Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Elephant Exposed. I am your host, Mr. CJ Jones, and welcome back. Now, yesterday, I spent a lot of time just going over how I would respond, even if I wanted to give a response, uh, to the election results, because it is what it is, guys. This is the country that we live in. Democracy rules. The majority rules. So after looking at what Kamala had to say, President Biden gave an excellent response speech. A whole entire host of podcasters and news broadcasters and everything shared their excitement or sadness. It was a resounding collective idea of people really expressing just a heavy heart. Most people were not surprised, but felt really sad. And I get it. So I thought about that because I was going to kind of fall into that category to where I was going to say, um, I'm not surprised, but disappointed. I was going to go into that same mindset. I was going to express myself like that. But I wanted to give you guys something a little different. And this is what I mean. There's a reason why the overall feel of Kamala's loss was not surprising, but yet disappointing. That tells me that we all had insight of reality. And insight of reality says this: even though we are prayerful, even though we are hopeful that Kamala was going to set history, turn the page, we also had the reality of knowing that a great majority, or the greatest majority of these United States, would have to join in on her victory. And the very opposite happened. President-elect Trump stood upon his platforms and let out the biggest proverbial war cry ever. He called on the traditional straight white male households. He called upon, yes, the racist. He calls upon the sexist, the misogynistic. He called upon all of them. Why? Because he knows his base. He knows what can get them out of their seats. And as you can see, the result of that. Now, you can go back and forth and everything, but it is what it is. So at this point in time, I would like to share with you guys a little something that I found that's a little different from everybody else's response.
Live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Happy News. I'm John Abba. As responses continue to still pour in regarding Donald Trump's return to the White House, many people are still wondering what the likes of Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams have to say about all of this. Well, yesterday when it was officially announced that Trump will become our 47th president, a skit starring Dave Chappelle on SNL back in 2016 will begin to trend online. For the skit called Election Night, Chappelle would cleverly point out how many Democrats watched the then election of Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. The skit would focus on the optimism and the assumptions surrounding the elections, serving as a clear warning to any future election.
This is going to be a historic night.
Yeah, it might be a historic night, but just don't forget it's a big country.
Because of shifting demographics, there might never be another Republican president in this country.
Word. You ever been around this country before?
Yeah, well, of course you won Kentucky. I mean, that's where all the racists are.
She got Vermont.
Oh, snap, Vermont. 3 electoral votes. Now, that's a power grab.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and call it. Florida's going blue. To Latinos.
To Latinos.
At one point, Chris Rock would even pop in to further drive the point home.
Trump might actually win.
I mean, of course. What are you talking about?
What is happening? Why are women even voting for him?
Yeah, I don't get you ladies. I mean, the country's 55% women.
God, this is the most shameful thing America has ever done.
Now, at the end of the skit, Trump would turn out to be the winner, and Chappelle and Rock would be positioned as two viewers who understood the reality of where the country is because of its ongoing racism. Now, to no surprise, during his opening monologue on that same episode, Chappelle would comment on Trump's win over the then presidential candidate, Hillary Clinton. "I did suspect it. Seemed like Hillary was doing well in the polls, and yet I know the whites. You guys aren't as full of surprises as you used to be." Now, this isn't the only time we've seen Chappelle discuss Trump, of course. During a return to SNL in 2022, during his opening monologue, Chappelle would share why he thinks Trump is so liked by his base.
A lot of you don't understand why Trump was so popular, but I get it, because I hear it every day. It's what I call an honest liar. That first debate, I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, "This whole system is rigged." What would be your evidence?
I want for us to really pay attention to how Chappelle dropped that nugget of knowledge on us just that smooth. Honest liar. He is honest about being a liar. This is the amazing part. I'm going to run that back just a little bit so we can all hear it again.
A lot of you don't understand why Trump was so popular, but I get it, because I hear it every day. It's what I call an honest liar. That first debate, I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, "This whole system is rigged." What would be your evidence? Remember what he said, bro? He said, "I know the system is rigged because I use it." I said, God damn.
Now, as far as what Chappelle thinks about this recent election, fans may have to wait a few more days, as SNL would announce Bill Burr is set to stop by on November the 9th, which the last two post-election episodes have been going to Chappelle. SNL has not released a statement on why Chappelle wouldn't be joining them this time around. Now, according to research, Chappelle's next official show will be in Detroit on November the 15th. So we can expect commentary by then from one of our country's most insightful voices regarding Trump's recent win over Kamala Harris. We'll keep you posted on Chappelle's official response. So what do you guys think about this SNL?
That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? I think he hit the nail, or the skit. Nails it down perfectly. Whether we want to realize or not, elephant being exposed, guys. Whether you want to accept it or not, it does not change the reality. Other commentators say, oh, that's just a simplistic way of looking at it. No, it's not. It's a realistic way of looking at it. What you don't want to accept, what you don't want to swallow, what you don't want to admit is that America as a whole is not ever going to put a female in the highest position of power, and especially her being of color. Period. And that is all I have to say on it, guys. I don't have any more for you. It is what it is. The people of America has spoken, and they spoke loud and clear. And if you're still a little confused or discombobulated about the situation, just look at the electoral voting map. You can Google it, halfway put a phrase in, whatever. Look at red versus blue, whatever you want to do, and it'll show you exactly how America thinks and feels. With that being said, I am your host, Mr. C.J. Jones. This is Elephant Exposed. And if this is your first time, if you're a first-time watcher, welcome to Elephant Exposed. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe button, and I will highly, highly appreciate it. Until next time, guys.